like when people say Cole, they think of Cole in this.
Cole, right?
No, Cole was a young college kid, 18, 19 when he came to me.
Right.
Was a shy, humble kid. Couldn't even look at me in the face and shit like that.
Welcome to Business Rant and Growth. And today we're talking about rapper Jim Jones not signing Drake and J.Cole. Before we start, help this channel grow by pressing the subscribe button and the notification button. Let's get going.
Like, when people say Cole, they think of Cole in this.
Cole, right?
No, Cole was a young college kid, 18, 19 when he came to me.
Right.
Was a shy, humble kid. Couldn't even look at me in the face and shit like that. A young kid, but could rap his ass off. And he came there through somebody else that was doing business with me that had managed him at the time. And the kid used to do videos for me. And he was like, yo, I got this good kid that be rapping and shit like that. His name's JCole.
Right.
Let me bring him up here. You did? He was, and he bring him up to the studio, and Cole would rap damn near like every day. Like, nah, this nigga is ill. But Drake just started popping at that time. At that time, when I'm thinking about Aaron on and the music I want to hear, it was a music of reflection where we was living and a reflection from where we was from. And Cole wasn't that reflection.
Right.
You dig? Like, he was more of a Kanye, college kid, college dropout type of shit. Drake, grassy type of shit. Like, he still is. Like, he's not, you dig? Like, he's a kid that was saying, mama, I'm going to be the biggest rapper in the world and get you out of the hood. We was the kid that said, we need to get some crack so we can hustle to get some new sneakers and do what we need to do inside the hood to better ourselves. You dig? Like, we didn't worry about our talents till we got older, and then we think, like, maybe this rap shit could work while we selling crack.
Right.
You dig? He's like, I'm going to college, I'm going to do it. Like, it's two different lanes. You understand what I'm saying? I come from the heart of New York City. I don't know where you come from. Down south, North Carolina, some shit like that. Way different ball game.
Right.
You dig? Two different aspirations when you wake up in the morning. What you see out his window, what you saw out my window, totally different. You understand? So that was reflected in his music, and I couldn't hear what reflected in my music. Right. You did? It didn't move me in the way that I wanted to be moved. But he was dead nasty. Drake.
You respected it.
Hold on, let's get to Drake.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I could have signed Drake also.
What? What you?
100%. No bullshit. 100%. Drake was trying to sign the Koch. Allen played this white kid on the joint. Rapped his ass off. Show me who he is. He's from Canada. I'm like, Allen, you can't be serious.
Right.
Like, you can't be. I don't know what to do with him, Allen. I'm looking at the kid. He's like, he's an actor too. I'm like, I like he nice. I don't know what this is though. Look at his look.
Right.
100%. You can ask Allen Grunblatt from Koch. Like, nigga,
Facts.
Sometimes you just don't know.
Just like I wonder, how on earth did Jim Jones miss out on the success of Drake and J.Cole? And I listened to the video, and it brought me to a subject that I've talked with other people before, right? And this subject is about diversity of thought. Now, here's why I'm bringing this up. So, diversity of thought, or cognitive diversity, is the ability to think things from a different perspective, or see things from a different perspective, right? Try to understand something from a different perspective. And the interview, Jim Jones mentions that Drake definitely ran across his desk, and that he got a call from a guy named Allen Grunblatt. Hope I didn't mess that up. And Allen was like, "Hey, I got this dude named Drake. He's an actor. He was on Degrassi. He can rap." And Jim Jones say, he heard him rap, right? And he can tell he can rap. But Jim Jones like, yo, man, you can rap and all, but I don't know what to do with him, right? He's an actor, he's from the Disney Channel. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. And he did the same thing to J. Cole. right? J. Cole, according to him, was rapping like Drake, and J. Cole was similar to Drake's situation when he first ran across Drake. He looked at J. Cole, heard J. Cole rap, and was just like, hey man, like I really don't know what to do with him. And I got to thinking, how does this happen, right? How does somebody be presented with potential and not see it? So I want to explain something before I get into the what I think is the reason what happened. And the point I want to get into is nobody's going to know everything, right? Nobody's going to know exactly what's in front of him 100% of the time. I don't even think it's 50% of the time. We make our best decision that we can, we move forward, right? We live, we learn. So it's real easy to judge somebody in their past decisions and say, oh, you're an idiot. It's like, well, then technically all of us would be idiots, right? Because there are plenty of moments where we didn't know we had it right in front of us. We didn't recognize what was going on right in front of us. We didn't understand more than what we, knew. So I'm not a big fan of hearing somebody's story about their mistakes and then saying, okay, you're just an idiot. I mean, now he's not. That's the whole point of growth. So just want to mention that part first, right? Because in the comments, people laid waste to Jim Jones. Like, oh, he's an idiot. It's like you're calling him an idiot based upon the fact that we know that Drake is a hit now. We know that JCole is a hit now, but me and you would have thought similarly before they blew up because you don't know what the potential they have, right? You can only see it as much as you can, and you bring your own understanding and your own experience to the table. Now, that being said, I also feel like there's a good way to prevent a situation like this from happening or minimizing the chances of you missing great opportunities is to make sure you have um, people who think different from you, people who bring a different perspective to the table, okay, to the group, to the organization, right? Even if that means being around somebody who is practically opposite of you, right? And this is the reason why. Imagine if somebody in his camp fought for him to sign and draft. Like, look, man, you don't understand. Like, not everybody wants to hear, you know, gangster style hip hop. Not everybody wants to hear jewelry, cars, clothes. Some people just want to hear a story. Some people like a more laid back R&B-ish tone uh, to hip hop, right? Like I would enjoy it. And that may have swayed Jim Jones to maybe consider signing Drake. Okay? You need diversity of thought in your circle. You need it. You're going to lose in the long run if you constantly have people who think just like you. You never have any arguments. You never have any differences. And I feel like this is probably what happened, right? That him and nobody in his camp had a different perspective on Drake. And then the same thing happened with J. Cole, right? And therefore they passed him up like, okay, we can't do anything with them because, you know, Jim Jones come from Harlem. So, he's used to, rapping about what he lived, selling cocaine or whatever he did, drugs, maybe fighting, you know, in that whole environment. And when you're from a particular environment, it can be really hard for you to see beyond that. Okay? And that goes for your business as well. Oftentimes, a lot of businesses don't diversify or don't see something past um, than what they're used to because they don't have people in the organization that they give an ear to and respect their opinion, even though it's different from them. Okay, make sure you don't have everybody in your company, everybody in your organization, everybody in your circle simply agreeing with you. You need somebody there to voice an opposite opinion or a different perspective. So that way, a situation like this or something similar to this arises, everybody just not just agreeing with it. You can say somebody can just say, "Hey, no, like I think y'all missing the potential here." Okay, same thing with JCole, right? He didn't see what was in front of him. Yeah, well, I feel like a good counter to that is having other people who can see it. You're not gonna win every single case. You're not gonna be right every single time, right? So you need people from different backgrounds, from different experiences, to be able to say, "Hey, like this dude's gonna be a hit one day. This is why I think so. You should sign him. You're gonna be missing out, you know." But on the flip side of the situation, you also gotta understand it is risky. No matter what you do, it is really hard to judge what's gonna be a hit early on, right? It's the same thing with Bitcoin. A lot of people pass up on Bitcoin way before it became a hit. A lot of people even forgot all about it, right? Jim Jones is not the only one who passed up on Drake and J. Cole. He's not the only one, okay? But that's why you need people who can see and think different from you. Not everybody enjoys the same things you do, right? So you need that to grow because it helps you understand people who you are not alike. That's just what I think. And this is no disrespect to Jim Jones. Okay, I personally think he made the right decision at that time because I'm thinking about the reality that Jim Jones wasn't ready for artists like Drake or J. Cole. And we don't know if Drake and J. Cole would be as big as they are um, now had they signed to Jim Jones. Okay, so I'm sure he regrets not signing Drake and J. Cole now. I would too, but I also think it made him wiser and made him realize he need to open his understanding, his ears more, his you know diversify his sound with his team, because there's money to be made in other type of hip hop genres, and you know again, it's so important to have people who think different from you, who come from different backgrounds. Okay, so if you don't have people in your corner, if you don't have people in your circle, in your company, your organization that offers a different opinion, and you also got to encourage it too, you're just gonna lose in the long run. It's going to happen. Okay, so if y'all think Jim Jones is an idiot, let me know in the comments. If you think Jim Jones was smart at the time, let me know in the comments. And also, as a bonus, maybe y'all can explain or write down in the comments a moment where you realize that not having people around you that think different from you cost you. Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to hear that.